The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Here are the top stories of the hour. Typhoon Betty was last spotted by Pagasa earlier this morning at over 500 kilometers east of Apari, Cagayan. Let's check in on the current situation in the province of Cagayan with Mon Gualvez. Mon, how's the situation over there in Cagayan?
Diego, we've been experiencing strong winds, particularly here in Santa Ana, Cagayan, since yesterday. There's rainfall, but only intermittent. Signal number 2 is currently up, particularly in this town, in which waters or Typhoon Betty traverses the waters east of this province. On the coastlines, one can immediately observe the big, crashing waves. Fishermen in these areas either pulled up or removed their boats from the shore to prevent them from getting smashed. In the town of Apari, waves were also huge over the weekend, but some tourists still did some last-minute swimming while the water is still at low tide. Hotels in the area said they still receive bookings despite the news of the typhoon, but they also kept reminding their guests to stay alert and ready for eventualities. A liquor ban has also been imposed in some towns here in Cagayan to make sure no one becomes a nuisance to evacuations and other typhoon safety precautions. The Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has ordered preemptive evacuation in the whole of Cagayan Valley in anticipation of the storm, especially for people living in identified landslides and flood-prone areas. At the moment, the towns of Santa Ana and Gonzaga have already followed the order. Diego, within 24 hours, Pag-asa forecasts winds of up to 62 to 88 kilometers per hour and rains of 50 to 100 millimeters here in Santa Ana, Cagayan, in which it remains under signal number 2. Classes have now been suspended, although work has been ordered to resume in the province of Cagayan. Diego.
Thank you for those updates. Stay safe, Mon. And that was Mon Gualvez reporting from Cagayan. As the threat of inclement weather continues to hang, some airlines have announced the cancellation of their flights. Cebu Pacific has canceled 5 flights that were scheduled today, May 29. These include trips to and from Manila, Kawayan, Lawag, Masbate, and Tuguegarao. Philippine Airlines has also canceled 3 flights that were bound for Basco, Lawag, and Baguio today due to inclement weather. 5 other flights for Tuesday and Wednesday were also canceled, all of which are either bound for Basco or Lawag. Typhoon Betty is starting to enhance the southwest monsoon or habagat as it slightly accelerates northwestward over the waters east of Cagayan. The center of the eye of Typhoon Betty was estimated at 525 kilometers east of Apari, Cagayan. It's packing winds of 155 kilometers per hour near the center, gustiness of up to 190 kilometers per hour. Due to inclement weather, classes in several areas have been suspended. Signal number 2 is currently raised over Batanes, the eastern portion of Babuyan Islands, and the northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is currently raised over the rest of Babuyan Islands, rest of mainland Cagayan, Isabela, Quirino, and the northeastern portion of Nueva Vizcaya, Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, and the Mountain Province. Signal number 1 has also been raised over Ifugao, Ilocos Norte, the northern and central portions of Aurora, Polillo Islands, the northern portion of Catanduanes, the northeastern portion of Camarines Sur, northern portion of Camarines Norte. Some local governments have suspended classes in several parts of the country due to the threat of Typhoon Betty. The provincial government of Ilocos Sur has announced that classes in all levels have been canceled together with work at government offices today, May 29. The same has been announced for the entire province of Batanes. The provinces of Cagayan and Apayao have also called off classes for the day. Classes in 8 areas of Camarines Norte and 5 areas in the province of Antique have also been suspended due to inclement weather. Classes in all levels have also been suspended in Solsona, Ilocos Norte, Luna Town in La Union, and Dinalungan, Aurora. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You may want to fill up your tanks a little bit earlier as pump prices are seen to increase this week. Unioil Philippines projects an additional of up to 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter for gasoline. For diesel prices, the oil company said these are expected to remain just the same. Official price adjustments will be announced later today, which will take effect tomorrow. President Bongbong Marcos has formed the Interagency Committee on Inflation and Market Outlook. Under Executive Order Number 28, the committee has been tasked to directly address the increasing prices of commodities. It will serve as an advisory body to the Economic Development Group on measures that would keep inflation within targets. The new committee will be headed by National Economic and Development Authority Secretary Arsenio Balisacan. Other members include the Secretaries of Finance, Budget, Agriculture, Energy, Science and Technology, Trade, and Interior Departments. The country's inflation rate increased to 6.6% in April, still above the government's 2 to 4% target range. The House of Representatives is set to pass 2 more bills determined as priority measures by President Bongbong Marcos. House Speaker Martin Romualdez said these are the proposed Philippine Salt Industry Development Act and Bureau of Immigration Modernization Act. The measures are scheduled for third and final reading this week. If approved, 33 out of 42 priority measures would have already been passed by the lower chamber under Romualdez's leadership. The House Speaker said this is in support of Marcos Jr.'s socio-economic agenda. He also said that these measures would sustain the country's economic growth and create more job and income opportunities. And that's it for this hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News. All sides, all the time.